What's up? What's up? This is 10 from America. Welcome to my podcast. Finally got around to doing it. Y'all know me. 10 from the Chocolate Man, Chocolate City Show here in the UK. Finally getting around to do this. Got my boy with me, special guest here today.
Yo, oh man, nah, you know what? Listen, it's about time you done this. I've been trying to tell him, do this for time. You get me? Time to do this. Finally got around to this podcast because this boy's always putting up lives, putting all questions on these every Sunday. The preacher comes out, so
But that's the that's the beginning. That's the beginning stages. That's how this thing gets birthed like that.
So, alright, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm interviewing you because I want the people to get to know you really. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's yours. But so we're gonna talk about the reality of being a black stripper in the UK and what it's like. And you can tell us the difference between being here in America, over here, what it's like since you've been in the UK. We can dip into some stories. Some stories we gotta keep off the record. You know what I'm saying? But like Ted, let's be real. Like when you first came over here to jump on the show, what was it like? What was it like? Because I always look at it as people look at us as celebrities when they come to the show. It's like going to a concert, the way that the crowd reacted. When I first did it, I didn't even know that it was going to be the way it was going to be. I'm not going to lie, when I went to the shows, I thought it was going to be purely, Caucasian women. That's what I thought, older women. And then when I turned up and I saw all of these sisters, I was like, yeah, I'm in the right place. So what was it like for you coming over here into the UK and experiencing that?
Well, I was already involved in the strip scene from like 10 years now. So I was already involved in the strip scene in America for quite some years. So coming here was just it was crazy because being in America is one thing, but coming here and just hearing being in the midst of a whole different culture, people with different accents and mate and ethnic and I don't know all these, who are these people? What's going on? But it was like pandemonium. It was pandemonium. So that kind of energy was like, we don't get that type of energy in America, being in my profession. Like girls go crazy or whatever, but they try to hold back. Whereas the women here in the UK, they don't hold back on stuff like that.
And why do you think that is? Because obviously when I look at the stuff like American strip shows and over here, the difference, especially with black performers, the difference that I've seen is that you guys ones is more about throwing the dollars, whereas over here it's about you have to have a show. Do you see what I'm saying? So what makes you feel like? I feel like because it's a show type, it's more like that's why it's more hype. But from your experience, why do you feel like over here the English woman? Because when you think about it, America look at England as we're posh, the quiet ones. Cup of tea, So you coming over here and seeing the reality, especially with the females. Why do you think that is?
Because, like I said, that's not what's going on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In America, it's more of what's going on. Like we could put together, we could find some strippers like this in America. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that comes a diamond. That's like rappers and actors and everybody's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to stand out. If you're not really good, you're not really gonna stand out. But over here, because they don't have this type of profession on a large scale like that, so that they don't have that here, now it's something. Now it's like, oh, we don't get to see this before. Especially like the women, because they're so like not supposed to be going to male strip clubs and they're like forbidden to do certain things, but it's okay for the guys to do it. So I'm just like, okay, but it should be equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? If the guys can go to female gentleman club, why can't the females go and see guys? Like, So, you know, that's what it is.
No, you're right. Because like even for me, like when I first started to do it, it was a thing for me to earn some money when I came out of jail. So when I came out of prison, I was like, yo, obviously my dance was always in my background. And I thought, right, I saw one guy do it called Tyson Brown. And I was like, he's doing this and he's making this. Yeah. I can do this. Because I was comfortable in my skin. So I was like the only one really in London that was open with it and was for like, there was not many guys doing it for like the black community, should I say. Like the girls that liked the Trey songs and the Amarians. There was, you know what I'm saying? Tyson was doing it for more the commercial crowd. So for me, it was easy to get work. So then when Chocolate City happened, it was like, oh, people messaged me like, yo, is Chocolate City yours? Because obviously I had the agency thing before. I was like, nah. I said, nah, these people, how's something going on and I don't know about it? And obviously I connected with Louis and blah, blah. And when we connected, I bought the butlers to the first show because you need the butlers and whatever. And I bought the butlers to the first show. And I'm not going to lie, that first show where it was so rammed out. It was so rammed out. And it was rammed out by so many sisters, all different races, but there was a lot of sisters. And it was like, it was good because you know when it comes to certain music, because look at the tour, when you go tour and you go to them far places and you got certain tunes from the 90s in there, they don't know. So when you have a group of people that know your music as well, and you know they in England there's not really like a, so only recently there's not really like a black eye candy over here that much now. Now there's probably, you know, women might look at Idris or something like that, but before it was probably like the light skinned guy David McIntosh or something like that, where you know you just so. But when Chocolate City came out, it gave women to go and see like a group of black men to go and appreciate. And obviously when you guys came over, the Americans came over, I think that was the icing on the cake, because it was like women from what we know have always had a thing about Americans, like men do over there, you know, American women and women over here. So when you guys came over, it just went, I remember like Lou and them lot said, shout out to Lou and Dante that run Chocolate Men, they said it was a lot to handle, that them first couple of events, because they didn't know the scale was gonna be crazy. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like what they've done has created something that has enabled us men to, for females that have an attraction to black men, not only have to look into America, but you know, they can come somewhere every Saturday and see us. So, question. What's been, you know, we just gonna go open to the box. What's been the most crazy experience you think you've had on the tour? I can't even remember what mine is, but
I don't know, man. It's been so much. It's been so much. Like, you know, the people don't get to see what happens behind the scenes, or like, you know, before the show or after the show or during the show backstage. They don't get to see that part. They just see us come out on stage. They don't understand. People, we got some crazy stuff that's happening. Like, it's crazy. One, I could remember something. We went to Ireland. I don't think you came. I don't think you came to Ireland. But after the show, I don't know who told these girls what hotel we were in, but like 60 to 70 girls was like banging on the they had to call the police. It was crazy. I'm like, fuck, we're strippers. Is this what it, like, I'm feeling the effects of like being like a superstar musician or something, like a rock star. Like, I'm feeling that effect. Like, there were girls literally banging on the window. Please, no, we would. You, come on, please. It was crazy. The police had to come there and like they had to shut down the whole hotel just because it was like 70 people outside banging on the doors. It was crazy. So I'm like, wow, like there's a hunger for this black man out here. I don't know if it's because it's forbidding, but there's a hunger for this black man out here in the UK, in these areas, and yeah, they want it.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you're saying. In America, it's easier to, you know, because I look at Americans like everybody's either on, you know, music, stripping. Like over here, like it's taboo. Like guys, I knew guys that were stripping, but they didn't want no one to know. Like no, no pictures, no cameras, and I was probably like one of the first people over here in London, young, and like, yo, I don't care about no cameras. Put them cameras on me. I don't care, because that's what's gonna get the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna put it out there. So I feel like exactly what you're saying, and I feel like some parts are forbidden. So like when you did go island, because I know the stories. So when you did go island, it's like there is hardly any chocolate out there, and if there is, there's probably like a 0.1% of the standard that the chocolate man's bringing. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely believe in what you're saying, and yeah, man, the tour's been crazy, man. I can't even lie. The first tour was like being rock stars, like literally being rock stars. People screaming. I think some of the craziest stuff. Which is a question I'm gonna ask you as well. Is like, remembering the Camden days of Stoke. Remember the first tour days where you'll be walking off stage and someone's yanking your piece.
Yeah.
You'll be walking trying to go, and you don't even want to hit the girl or anything like that, and she just walk past and just goes yank. So this is a question, and women always say this. So women that come to the show go, the girls are hungry. My perspective, I don't believe the girls are hungry, but I want to get your perspective. I don't believe the girls are hungry. I believe it's just because women know that men ain't gonna go to the police no matter how hard you are on them. Like, if we went to a strip show, we know we can't touch, we can't do nothing, we gotta hold back. Whereas I feel like females know in that moment in time, they might think we even want that, and they feel okay to do it. Because come on, bro, imagine going down the road and you had like 300-400 brothers that are on the same thing you're on. Yo, you all feel like you Superman if you went to someone else's hood with 200-300 people, like by yourself. So I think a woman by herself, she may not do none of that stuff, but when there's like so many people with your girls, you got drinks, everybody's on the vibe, I feel like that's the reason why they act as crazy and as wild. But I think it brings the hype to the show and it makes people want to come. But what do you think? Why do you think that women feel like it's okay to do that and to behave like that? And do you think that the women are hungry when they act like that at a show?
I don't never view it as they hungry. I just, you know how I view this? Like I said, there's a forbiddenness that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Where men can do this. Is this double standard, right? Like, men can do this, and we could do this shit. We could wild throw. If you look at the stuff in America, and the men go to the female strip club, there's girls on poles and there's dollars flying on. It looked like fucking looked like a snowstorm in there, right? But it's just like money. But what I'm saying is, that's okay for men to do. But if females do it, it's looked down upon. So it's not that, you know, it's just that they are now coming out and saying, yo, listen, if men gonna have fun, we're gonna have fun too. What's the problem? And so I don't see it as they hungry. It's just we living in a time now where, look, you see it's accepted to be gay now. Everybody's coming out and being and living their truth and being who they are. So it's now women is saying, yo, it's Me Too movements going on. It's yo, we want the same rights. We gonna do exactly what you men is doing, and it's all good. It's equal now. So don't get mad. We over here having fun. What's the problem? You can judge us, but when you guys are over there acting like fucking animals, it's all good. But it's just the same thing. They just knowing now, yo, we gonna have our fun too.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I don't see it as hunger.
Alright, so when you came over here, and obviously I'm asking you these things because the viewers don't know it. I know some of these things, but we wanted to make the viewers know it. When you came over here, did you feel any type of not hostile vibe, but hostile vibe in the sense where awkwardness, where, okay, you're American coming over here, did you feel any type of vibe with against some of the dancers, or like just being American over here? And, you know, maybe, you know, when some of the brothers do come to the show, you know, when some guys come to the show that are friends of the guys or whatever, did you feel at one point that you felt like, you know, people made you feel awkward because of the level of... Because to me, I've always said it, no disrespect to any of my brothers, I've always said that to me, you are the face of Chocolate City. Like, I always said I was the voice, because you know how I am. but and I always say use the face. You going into Gino over here, especially UK. But because Chocolate City is the original name is from America, and you are American, and you do have a big following as well. So for me, I've always said that. But did you ever feel any type of vibe because of that, or yeah, you know, anything across that?
Yeah, I definitely felt that there was like always some like there was like some jealousy involved with me not being of this culture, and it was hard because I'm in a whole different culture where I didn't grow up with you guys. I don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any friends here. It's just me by myself. So it's like I wanted the guys to embrace me rather than like be like hate or, you know, feel envy or jealousy towards me because I was an American, or you know what I'm saying, I might have had more experience and I kind of know what to do more than the other individual. But you know what I'm saying, what it was that I would look at a lot of great individuals, and like one of my favorite ball players, LeBron James, right? So he's at the top of his game. He's also a Capricorn like me, but I see LeBron always win awards and he's at the top of his game, but he never acts like he better than anybody. And what makes him a great player is because he makes everybody else around him great. You know what I'm saying? So I adapted that mentality and was like, yo, look, I don't need to make these guys ever feel like I'm in competition with them. How about if I show them how to be great? You do this position, you play this position, you play this position. I'ma stay doing what 10 do, you do what Ace do, don't do what Ace do, don't do what Gino do. Gino stay in his lane. Everybody has a role, and by doing that, and nobody bigger than anybody, the whole show looks better that way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got a job to do. That's the African guy. That's the chocolate guy. He's gonna bring this the mixed race guy. This the American guy. So it's just different flavors. Everybody's not gonna like 10. Everybody's not gonna like Ace. Everybody's not gonna like Gino. Everybody's not gonna like this one, that one. So, but at the same time, if we collectively come together and do what we got to do, it just makes a great show, man. It just makes a great show for everybody. So that's the kind of mentality that I adapted. I never was trying to be better than anybody. I never told any man, yo, I'm better than you. You ain't shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I think now we got them people weeded out, the ones that was kind of like causing disruption. Kind of got that out of the way, so we cool now.
Yeah, from my perspective, I looked at it as when you obviously there was XL as well, there was you and XL, and it was a thing. At first, it was like, okay, everybody has egos, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, boom, because before you and XL came over, there wasn't really like any level to look up to in a sense performance, because I don't want to call out other strippers' names, but there was nobody to, you know, look at and be like, okay, you need to stay with K-Rock. You know, if you've been doing it for so long and you're at this level and nobody comes to show you what's good, you're gonna stay in that comfortable zone. So when you and XL came over, it was like, okay, all right, cool, I see what it is. And remember, we used to have the little challenges between us, you and XL versus me and Gino. But it was like, you know, bring first. But at first, the first tour, it did feel like, okay, you guys, egos were like at this big. You had this big ego, and it was like, yo, we are this, da 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 da. That did make certain guys think like, okay, all right, that's how you want to play it. But it never, well, as you know, it never got personal with me because we never had no clashes, you know what I'm saying? People had certain clashes in the street. Remember the situation where people almost had fights and whatever. But after a while, I think, it's like you just blend and you get to realize, like you said, there's no need. Like, it is competition. If you came, obviously my thing was with XL, you know, when XL came with something, I'm like, all right, cool, time for me to come with something, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you and Gino are kind of similar because you both like like brown skin, light skin, both big. So it was like, but it was a thing where you fed off each other. And now it's just at a place like right now, after the first tour, after the second tour, kind of like when XL kind of left, just before XL left, whatever, it's kind of like, this is 10 now. This is Gino. This is Ace.
Yeah, everybody got their role.
Everyone's not. It's no longer competition now. You know what I'm saying?
Need to be that.
So
everybody's grown. Everybody's grown. Everybody's got to their comfort level and know what they're able to do. Know their show. You don't have to take from. You know what you're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the beginning, because I remember like that it was that last show in Camden, and I think there was a lot of, you know what, Louis and Dante was putting a lot of pressure on us. Like, oh, yo, he's stepping his game up tonight. It's Ace night. Like, really? It's his night tonight. Oh, shit. Oh, no, tonight is Gino night. Oh, tonight is XL. Oh, no, tonight was 10. You know what I'm saying? So they put a lot of pressure on us. And I mean, it was cool because it brought the best out of us. Yeah. And I remember a show that you did, and I'm like, oh, he stepped his whole thing all the way up. It was the Camden show when you started doing you went on the floor, you started bringing all your theatrical stuff to the stage. I said, that's what, see, now he's gonna start to branch off from the rest of the other British guys because he's found something that he can do now and that he can own, and that's gonna be him. And now that's going to cause conflict. I wasn't worried about it, but I said, oh, that's going to cause conflict between him and XL. Because now they going to gas him. Say, yo, oh, that was lit. You the one now. You coming up.
It's been fun, man. I ain't gonna lie. But all right, so what's this now? Okay. So this is, we're going to get some juicy parts now. What's the wildest request a female has asked of you?
Come on.
Wildest request.
I wouldn't even know, man.
Wild, like when you put a question up or something message you or whatever, like, not that you lived it, to say what's the wildest, because I look at everyone that's on this tour, like when people come to the show, people look at us as like a form of celeb. When they come, it's like, these are the main guys, XOXO, and you know, people are gonna feel brave that, you know, they're gonna message a DM, you know what I'm saying? So what do you think you've been here now, what, 3 years? What do you think, like, what's some of the wildest stuff a female has asked of you?
Dude, I don't even know no more. Like, I don't even know no more. Dude, like, I get so much different kind of people, like, gay, straight, in between. I don't know. Like, it's so, like, I don't even, when I post on IG some of the questions, I have so much more questions that people ask me, but I gotta really like look at this and say, should I put this out there? Because this is kind of crazy. This might offend somebody. Somebody might take this the wrong way. So I gotta really, like, you might see me put out 10 questions because these 10 questions were kind of like, okay, these are cool. But the rest, the other 10? Oh, man. I'm talking about some crazy questions, man, so that I can't even, like, it's too explicit. Like, it's just like, what the hell? Are you serious? Like, people is really asking me this. It's crazy. I mean, I've got videos. Like, I ain't gonna blow no people. I don't do that. I don't blow people.
No, we don't want no names.
I'm not even names. I'm just saying I've gotten videos of, like, you know what somebody told me, what's it called? Something beef. What they call that?
What? Beef?
Curtains? Beef curtains? You know what beef curtains is? You guys Google beef curtains. When you see what beef curtains is, holler back at me. Google beef curtains.
You're making me want to go look at this shit.
I've got some videos of some beef females with the beef curtains. When y'all see what beef curtains is, holler at me. Go Google beef curtains.
Okay.
Oh man.
Shit.
Yo, trust me, I've gotten that. I've gotten men bending over, spreading sunshine. Yo, bro, are you really sending me this? Yo, yeah.
Well, alright.
Cavity search.
Alright. So, has there, alright, because we've seen a whole lot of women for our shows, yeah. Has there been any females on the show, not that you're in contact with, that they've stood out to you like, right, because they're you didn't expect it from them, because a lot of women, like one girl that I met, who's passed away now, my friend, she passed away because of cancer and stuff. Like, she was the only one in Birmingham where like everybody was screaming, da-da-da-da-da. She just spoke to me like she was from the Rose. Like, I was from the Rose. Like, it wasn't like, oh, let me be on you, my friend Rebecca. And she was like, she just was just so cool with it, like so real with it, like, and people like that stood out to me. And I think the only other person that probably stood out to me, I think one time when we was in Manchester, and obviously there's a lot of beautiful females like that come to our show, so respect to all you females that come to our show, but I remember there was one and I was like, right, she's really beautiful, like. So is there ones that stick out to you, and why do they stick out? I think for me, definitely my friend Rebecca, because obviously that was probably one of the closest friendships that I gained from the show. And do you believe that you can gain friendships from the show? Because I do, because I'm not gonna lie, in the 3 years we've been doing Chocolate City, I've probably got like a small handful of people that I can class as friends. Like, Rebecca actually came to my house on my birthday and met my family and everything like that. She came down for my birthday. So do you feel like you can make friends with some of the girls on it, or do you feel like they make friends to try get somewhere, and then if they don't get somewhere they start acting up? Because
I think it's a bit of both. It's definitely a bit of both. There's definitely some females that's cool that that we work with too, that come to the show that we work with. It's cool females, and then there's some that they try to be cool, but if you don't show them no love, then now they got a problem with you. Like, so it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? I don't go looking for anybody, so I don't. And it's just a cool vibe.
Do you think you could date someone? Hypothetically, do you think you could date someone? Hypothetically, do you think a stripper, in general, should or could date someone that they meet at a show? Or do you think that's too much? And the reason why I say this is because we both know people who have, met people through the show, and after a while, the person that met them through the show starts going crazy that they're doing the show and get upset that they're still stripping. So do you think, from a professional scale, that guys that meet these girls shouldn't get with anybody from that they meet at the show, or it's cool? What's your perspective on that?
It don't matter to me, because really and truly, my profession ain't gonna stop. It don't matter what you do. And this is the problem that females got. Like, they think because, all right, we male strippers, that we have 1 million girls. But my thing has always been, don't you ever think that if I see 1 million girls all the time, do I really want 1 million girls? Like, I'm desensitized from millions of girls. I don't want millions of girls. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that don't see this lifestyle. That's the person that don't get attraction from women. They want that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do business with women and not try to holler at them or try to take them. We can do business like that because we around women. We know what it is. But females just always, for some reason, think just because, this is what we do, that we just got 100 women that we want. No. The thing is, we have options. We might have more options than the average male.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't want all 100 girls. Like, that's crazy. Do you know that women have a menstrual cycle every month? Do you know that? All right, so if the women have menstrual cycle every month, women gonna bitch at you for something that you're doing. Imagine having 10 females bitching at me for different things. That I'm gonna kill myself. Like I can't go on with that.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Do you have a girl, you have a baby mom, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know the arguments you get into with that person?
Yeah.
So you gonna have 10 of those?
Yeah, bro. I remember
10 of them arguments, 10 of them headaches?
That's why I think
Hell no.
guys that do have more than one partner, you know, I give it to you, man, because
Yeah, if you can do that, that's what I'm saying. I can't do that. I can't do that.
I couldn't have two partners unless the two partners could be friends. I ain't gonna lie to you. If they could be friends, it's different. But I couldn't have that life where, you know, that's double Valentine's gift. That's double everything. You get headache there. Nah,
I can't do that, man.
That's
I'm gonna look like Santa Claus, or what y'all call it, Father Christmas. I'm gonna have gray hair all over because that's just. I'm gonna have high blood pressure. This is crazy. The stuff I gotta go through with a one female. Come on, man. 10 of them? What am I do with 10 of those headaches? Mm-hmm. What? You trying to kill me? Hell no. So that's why I'm like, yo, I don't know why females, you know, there's nothing wrong with dating somebody that's in this industry because
they understand.
You know, you guys gotta just really, it's, you know what it boils down to? Women's insecurity. If she's not insecure, she can handle something like this. If she's not insecure, she can handle something like this. And that's what it boils down to, because I always tell women, I don't see all these people that's getting divorces, right? I don't see none of these guys that these women getting divorces with, I don't see them strippers. I don't see them getting divorces from strippers. So who is y'all getting divorces from? It is the postman, it's the policeman, it's the doctor, the lawyer, the businessman, the office, that's who y'all getting divorces from. It ain't the strippers. We ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we the ones, oh, y'all got a million girls. But yeah, y'all divorcing everybody else in them other, in them other jobs.
That's a key point, I ain't gonna lie. That's a key point still. They can't lie,
Come on.
You can't lie. Alright, so what do you think your most worst experience has been on a tour? What's like one that stood out to you like, nah, that can never happen again? Something that was kind of like, nah. I think realistically it's nothing big. I think for me was when people, two things. When someone dashed ice or wine on me while I was performing. I think done that. I pulled my clothes before I had finished. So clothes was almost revealed before I was finished. Stuff like that is probably like one. I think one girl sprayed a whole champagne on me. Bro, popped the bottle, boom, and me, cause I
sprayed you,
bro,
like fully. Damn,
bro. And the thing is, cause I'm in the performance mode, I stood there, took it like this, but in my mind I was like, cause like, cause you know how the stage can be. You know how the stage can be.
Yeah.
We've already seen somebody pick someone up and drop them, and then we already know that. But
Shout
it's
out
like
Butterfingers.
So we know that. So what do you think the worst experiences has been for you? What do you think the worst? Like?
Just like, I remember being in the club, taking pictures with people, and a girl fully throwing her drink down my pants. Like, opened the back of I was taking a picture with somebody, and a girl came behind me, pulled my back pants out, and poured her drink down my pants. Like, wetness all. I looked at her like, oh shit, if you was a man, I would slap your face off your whole body. I can't believe, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And just looked at me and was laughing. I was like,
bro.
Man, she threw that whole shit down my pants.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was like, wow. You know how nasty that feels? Wetness all down your trousers like that? It was nasty.
Yeah.
It was so nasty, man. But that was probably that's one that stands out to me, man. And just like girls that, you know, girls that see you online and then when they come to the show and like you might be taking pictures over here, you might be mingling with other people, discussing, talking to people, and they mad because you didn't show them some attention. So now they making a scene. You think you this or you think you that, and I'm like, man, it's like I'm over here talking. What? Like just because I didn't say something to you, I think I'm this, I think I'm that. So that's just probably like the main two things that I just.
You're right about
I always hate that.
I think you're right about that. And some women
they just judge you just based on because they didn't get your attention. They want to just like judge you.
Or you know it is. You know it is. Or when a woman might come up to you and say, my man's got a bigger piece than you.
Oh,
you're like,
wow.
Right.
Like, well, okay.
Well, okay. No one ever said that we had the biggest pieces in the world, but what makes you feel like coming up to randomly say that you came to our show and you want to come and tell us that for what reason? For what? It's mad, like, it's mad. It's crazy. And you know what it is? The thing is that, it's like you said, like, women had this thing and I think our jobs, especially like, when you're really in at the show, I think it's more challenging than a lot of other people's jobs because you have to keep your composure and you have to try and spread the love with as much people as you can because like you said, one person doesn't get the love, they want to complain, they think you think you're all that, but you're like, hold on, like.
And if you didn't pick them in the you know a girl told me one time, you saw me in the crowd. I'm like, miss, when I look in the crowd, I ain't looking for nobody. Like if I happen to see you and I know you, I'm like, that's this person or that's that person. But it's a show, miss, that I'm doing. I'm focused on my show. Like I'm listening to my song. I know what song I got coming next. I know what I'm gonna be doing when that song comes on. I'm not focused on who's in the crowd. If all I'm looking at is blur. It's just blurriness, and I'm seeing hands, and I just know that it's women. That's it.
Alright, so
I don't see nobody.
Alright, so saying that, do you ever pick someone for specific reasons? Like I've picked women for specific reasons, but I would normally pick someone that people don't expect me to pick. So you know, like because you know there's a different reaction when you pick someone up that society will say she's 10 out of 10 compared to when you pick up a grandma. The show is going to be completely different compared to that. So do you ever pick out people for a particular reason, or is it always at random? Apart from the stage passes, forget the stage passes, is it always at random? Has there ever been, I'm going to pick that one, and if so, why?
I don't never pick nobody like she's great body or she's good looking girl. I never picked no female like that. I picked the girls that, like, maybe I could see that she don't get the confidence that she deserves. You know what I'm saying? I picked them type of girls. Like, the girl that she might be shy, she want to be a part of this, but she kind of shy. I might pick them girls. She want to be a part of this. She want to have fun. And like all her friends might be like, yo, get her. And she'd be like, no, not me. They get her. And I'd be like, yeah, it's her birthday. Look, it's her. I would get them type of girls more because, you know what I'm saying? I want them to have an experience of the night because they come out, it's their night. All the friends come out for them. So I want them to have a memory and something to talk about. Like, we went out on your birthday that time and have pictures. So that's who I pick. When I pick somebody.
Alright, so before we wrap you up, what do you think? You said one already. That one of the misconceptions is about us having 1 million girls and blah blah blah. But what do you feel like are some of the misconceptions about being a male stripper apart from that? Because you've said it on your live. You've said it. You've questioned it, and you've put certain things out. What do you think some of the main misconception is about being a stripper? What do you think some are that you can put out there? So like for me, you're right, you've got the ones where people think that you got all these girls. People might think that you have to be a player. People might think that you can't settle, you don't want to settle, you know, or
that's-
you're doing
that's-
this because you have. Like when people ask,
that's
when
crazy.
people ask,
That's
like,
one of them. That's one of them.
When people ask,
That's one of them.
do you enjoy what you're doing? Like, yo,
Like,
you
that's
can't-
one of them.
You can't force yourself to be a stripper. They're like, yeah, that's
Do
a
you
man
enjoy
question.
like somebody put get up there and strip, take your shit off? Like,
Do you enjoy it?
Do I enjoy it?
Like,
oh my god.
So what do you think some of the misconception is?
That's one of the misconceptions that this is one of the main misconceptions that like all us strippers, that's all we know how to do.
Yeah.
That's all we know how to do. Like we've been born, raised, we went to school, we've had relationships, we've kids, whatever, but all we know how to do is take off our shirt and our pants. And that's it. Like, come on. Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
That's a huge misconception.
Yeah.
That's number one. That a stripper just does that and he don't have no other skills in his life. That's like far from the truth. You know what I mean? Like again, another one. We have to reiterate that the fact that this guy got 100 girlfriends, or he said, you say that to all the girls. Oh, you look nice today.
Yeah.
Yo, you look nice.
Yeah.
You
You said that.
You look nice. Oh, you say that to all the girls.
You say that to everybody.
What?
That's one thing that women do like to say. If you do compliment them, they're like, oh yeah, you say that to everybody. You don't mean that. No, shut the fuck up. I mean what I'm saying to you. That's one of them. That's definitely one of them.
I hate that. I hate that.
But I think for me, definitely is the one where it's like when they say to you, do you enjoy doing what you're doing?
That's crazy.
You do. What else do you do? Like,
what else do you do?
You like to say like there's a problem, and you know what? I've had some where men. I've seen men comment on someone else's, like a female's posted us up or something like that, and men is commenting saying, he's selling himself. Like, bro, are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm getting paid because people want to come and see me naked. I ain't fucking. People are paying me to see me get naked. How am I selling my soul? Like, and I like to say this to people, like, at the end of the day, it's just skin. Like, realistically, it's just a body. Like, to me, I see a body, it's just a body. Like, you know, if you got pets, I got pets, I got kids. When they're naked, my kids are naked running around, they don't care. They're happy. When they're 2-year-old, 3-year-old, they don't care. Animals, they run around naked. Like, I feel like people think it's so sexualized, and I think that's got to do with society. Like, there's some places in the Amazon when people are almost butt naked. And so it's been so sexualized where, you know, it's so sexualized where, woman, I can sell you this makeup. It's so sexualized that I can sell you plastic to put in your body so you can feel like you look like the rest of them. And realistically, it's just a body part. It's just a body part. It's just a body part. Like, that's all it is. To me, the piece ain't no different from a leg and an arm, but people are blowing it out of the way. So yeah, for me, when people are like, do you enjoy what you do? I'm like, darling, like, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not for multiple of years not doing anything that I don't enjoy doing. I do this when I do it on the weekend, when I do my private bookings. I act full time during the week, like do talks in schools and whatever. Like for me, it's a thing where I like the fact it's so versatile. What you think, a stripper only strip? Okay, well I'm a stripper and that what? You know what, bro? I've done a talk in a school. I've done a talk in a school where the teachers have come to see the show. So it's like, you know, and for me, I'm just living the free spirit. Like, don't box yourself in something to say, oh, because you strip, that means you don't have no knowledge, or because you talk a lot of knowledge on your Sunday stuff. So what, like, people might be like, oh my God, I didn't expect that. The only reason why they didn't expect that is because you strip. If you had a white suit on, a blue suit on, you know, you said you had a bachelor's in psychology and you spoke that stuff.
No, but you know where that comes from? A lot of people aren't comfortable with their bodies. And because we're comfortable with our bodies and we're able to show our bodies to a whole audience where other people are like, I could never take my, show my body to an audience. Because we have that level of courage, you know what I'm saying, and that level of security that they don't have, they try to put it down. You understand what I'm saying? But come on, we make good money. You know, with a 20-minute performance, we make good money. You understand? People don't make the type of money we make in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So They can say what they want to say. I have thick skin, man. I've heard it all from you gay, you this, you that, you this, or whatever. So I've heard it all. And when you get into the entertainment world, that's what comes with it. When you choose a job like this, that's what comes with it. Like, a lot of females always ask me that, oh, you must be tired of girls like doing this, like don't you get upset or annoyed? And I'm like, sweetheart, I signed up for this job. I know what comes with this. I know people is gonna ask for pictures. I know people is gonna get upset that I didn't take a picture with them or pay attention to. I know what comes with. I know somebody's gonna say, oh, he's gay. He don't really. And I don't business what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. And that type of like attitude towards it make the haters be like, I can't really get to him, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look for another person to get to because you can't get to me, you know what I'm saying? As long as my kids is good, you know, my baby moms is good, that's it. I don't care about nothing else.
The last thing as well, like, another thing, people do think, oh, are you gay then because you strip? I've had this asked because, because you strip, because you're gay. And there's nothing to go against people that are gay, but for me it's just like, if you are gay, I couldn't live a fake life. I couldn't be gay and strip for women. I'm not attracted to women. So I couldn't do an all-men show. I couldn't do. When men come to the show, that's cool. But I could not go to an all-man show. I'm not attracted to men. But when men come to the crowd, it's all cool. You know, we've had somebody pick up a man and bring them on stage. I ain't saying no names. You probably say come to the podcast and say it himself. But he ain't gay, but he done that for the entertainment. But
we gotta get everybody up. A couple of them guys up here one time. We have a proper discussion about
the,
you know what I'm saying?
lifestyle.
You know, and just pick every individual and say, yo, what you bring to the table, what you like about this profession, you know, what you like to do, all that. We're gonna progress. This is the first one that we doing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming down. You know what I'm saying? Interviewing me, Ace. You know, shout yourself.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Y'all know me who I am, man. Goddamn, man. I'm Ace Rumel, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ace Rumel. He says shit right there, Ace Rumel. But yeah, I'm not really on the show no more. I'm not on the show no more, guys. You know what I'm saying? I took a step into continuing my acting, because my acting is my main thing. Been my main thing for 2 years. I do a lot of work in video game acting and motion capture stuff. If you know, you know. If you don't, so you won't really see me at the shows. Maybe randomly, you know, you might see me come there show. But yeah, I don't perform no more unless it's special request. But yo, the big man 10's still there. Gino's there. Galaxy's there. You know what I'm saying? The main players are still there. And shout out to all the other dancers.
Tank,
Manny, you know, Manny.
Stallions.
You know.
Seduction.
Everyone. Alright, listen. Hey, what I'm saying is, the first tour team.
That's you can't listen. That's like having the dream team. You know, that's like the you know what I'm saying, the forefathers of the whole shit.
Yeah, the forefathers, yo.
You can't take that away.
Nothing would be like the first tour, because a lot of the shows now have been watered down because of.
Yeah, it will never be like that.
Yeah,
but
man. But it's still good, man.
I'm happy that I
show.
got a chance to experience that. And you know, we at Spearmint Rhino every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? From 6 to 10. 6:30 to 10.
So yeah, every Saturday.
Spearmint Rhino.
If you ain't been yet, go to Chocolate Man.
You know what it is.
#1 show in Europe, 100%. 100%.
Hit me up on Instagram, ten.nyc.
You know me, I'm Mr.
NYC.
Ace Ruel, ACERUELE, Mr. Ace Ruel. But yeah, 10. Next one we probably gonna try to bring some.
Shout out Tasha.
Some females.
You already know.
Say nada.
Yes.
Some black excellent
Procast
studios right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to the studio space.
You know,
right
the
here.
black women. The black women doing her thing.
Yeah. So you know. So yeah. So next one, hopefully, 10 will be bringing some females to get different opinion. You know what I'm saying? 10.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that on the next one. You know, this is the first little situation. It's cool. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna expound upon this and you know, just make it even greater.
Peace.